4 years ago today, we got on an airplane and we moved to Mexico, having never been here before, not even for a vacation, not even to transfer through an airport. Um, Leading up to moving to Mexico, for those of you that don't know, like our brief travel history, we were living in South Korea teaching English. Was not for us, and we really wanted to get back into the sort of things that we really wanted to be doing career-wise. So we traveled for quite a while after leaving Korea. We traveled Southeast Asia, we went back and traveled a little bit of the US and the UK. And Luke started looking for work back in his field, and he found a job here in Mexico City. Well, not here in Mexico City, but here in Mexico. And yeah, the rest is history. We were really excited to move to a totally new culture, to a totally new country for us. And we had zero plans to stay here for 4 years. We've been moving around since roughly 2010, so we've never stayed anywhere as long as we've stayed here in Mexico. So when we moved here, it was initially like kind of the idea like it was everywhere else that we've lived. We would come for a year, maybe 2 years if we really liked it. And if Luke really enjoyed the job that he was in, it was a really great opportunity for me to be able to spend more time working on my blog and my freelance writing, my travel writing. And yeah, like the years passed so quick. After a year, we knew it wasn't enough. Mexico is just such an amazing country. Mexico City, I mean, we barely scratched the surface after a year of all the bars and the nightlife and the food and the restaurants and all the activities that are constantly going on, all the festivals, the food festivals, the beer festivals, the music festivals, the museums. I mean, the museums, there are so many. There are some that I still haven't been to. I'm like heartbroken about when I'll be able to revisit those, but that's not what this video is about. We are still here after 4 years, and there's a fly trying to get in my eye. So yeah, every year when we came sort of around to April, May, we would talk about whether or not we wanted to stay, and the reality was, like, when we tried to consider where we would go next, nowhere measured up. The opportunities, how comfortable we've gotten here, how much we loved living in Mexico City. We started taking vacations around Mexico instead of trying to leave and go to like Costa Rica or other countries like we did when we first moved here. We started, yeah, vacationing in Puerto Vallarta, in Baja, in Tijuana, in Guadalajara, and Monterrey, and Oaxaca, and Chiapas, and the Yucatan, the Riviera Maya. Like, there's so much to see in this country. There's still so many things we haven't done. We missed a few trips that we had to cancel in April. To go to San Luis Potosí and Aguascalientes and Zacatecas, and there I still want to go to Morelia, and I still want to go to Copper Canyon. We still haven't been there yet. So yeah, my list is very long of things that I still want to see in this country. So there's no possible way that I could leave yet. And it's what's sort of allowed us to think that, you know, we want to stay again and again and again every year when we start talking about what we're gonna do and whether or not we want to leave. We don't. So yeah, another year. I mean, circumstances are different now, obviously. We're staying because I'm not really sure where else we would go, realistically. At the moment, obviously, Luke and I are from two different countries. Trying to stay longer term in the US or in the UK is really not an option. And we love it here. We feel safe here on every level of whatever that word means at the minute. And then about 2 years ago, we finally started, well, a year and a half ago, we finally started really in earnest trying to learn Spanish. And that it's like we've unlocked a secret passage in Mexico. There's so much about this country that I love. I feel so at home here. And not just because of the language and being able to communicate more. I mean, that's a huge part of it. But even before we started really speaking Spanish in earnest, we were welcomed into every community that we tried to become a part of here. I've never been made to feel like I don't belong. I've never been made to feel like like I shouldn't be there, calling it my home. Sure, there have been people that haven't been very friendly, but there's people like that everywhere. For the most part, when we spend long periods of time somewhere, when we move to our new neighborhood, even here now in this smaller neighborhood, everyone is so friendly. Everyone's just living life, and I love that. I love this country. So yeah, more so than anywhere else I've ever lived, I feel a sense of community here. I feel a sense of belonging here. And I think that's a huge part of why we're still here, and why we feel comfortable moving around and not afraid to move somewhere else in Mexico now, because we know we'll create a new community there. I have no idea what the future holds. At this point, we are not planning very far in advance, but we're here, we're happy, and we're celebrating tonight with some tequila that's chilling in the fridge, and we've got a chamorro slow cooking in a homemade salsa verde. It's certainly not how we usually celebrate our milestones and Mexican celebrations here, but yeah, we're making do, and there's something kind of cool about the fact that we can cook our own homemade Mexican food and enjoy the gift of this country, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I just wanted to share some thoughts about how happy I have been living in this country, how grateful I am to be able to call it home, and to be welcomed with open arms wherever we go. And I'm gonna cut this out before I get emotional, because you guys know I love a little cry. So thanks as always for watching. If you have any questions about living in Mexico, about moving to Mexico, as always, let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed my colorful walls during this video. I just having a little bit of fun moving around the back garden, and yeah, filming away in a safe space without a mask on my face. I hope you guys have a great afternoon and a great rest of the week, and I will see you next time. Bye.